So next topic is parabola. So a parabola is a second degree section now, a second degree section or a conic, a locus of point with equal distances from a fixed point f or focus in a fixed and a fixed line. Okay, so that the fixed line is directrix. So for example, we have a drawing of parabola here. So the parabola is the red part. So this one, this is the parabola, and then we have a the focus is here. Okay, so we have two latus rectum, and the vertex, this one. So the distance from vertex to focus is A, and distance of focus to latus rectum is 2A, and the distance between latus rectum to the other latus rectum is 4A. And then, if you go back here, vertex, the distance of vertex to the directrix, which is usually a line, is also A. Okay? Okay, so we have general forms. So as I said earlier, the parabola is already a second degree conic. But either one of x and y will just be squared, not both of them. So if the so for the example, the first form is ax squared plus bx plus cy plus d. As you can see, x is already squared, therefore y is no longer squared. And then we have here the second one is ay squared plus by plus cx plus d equal to 0. So we have the standard form, that's standard form by CTS or completing the square. So we have first one, the vertex is at hk, that is x minus h squared equal plus or minus 4a y minus k. And then we have here, if you are using a positive, if you get is a positive, positive 4a, therefore the opening is upward, and if it's negative, the opening is downward. And the second one is, no, we still have this one, which is y minus k squared and equal to positive or negative 4a x minus h. And if you get a positive, 4a is positive, therefore the opening is right. And if it's negative, the opening is at the left. Next one is if the vertex is at 0, 0 or the origin. So you'll have here x squared equal plus or minus 4a y, and the same applies with this, just the same. And then the next one is y squared equal to plus or minus 4ax. We got now the properties. Properties is the latus rectum or distance from latus rectum to the another latus rectum is 4a, and the eccentricity of the parabola is just 1. And we have the square property of parabola. Okay, so let's say that this is a parabola and you have to let's say we have to cut it here, okay, somewhere here. We will cut it somewhere here. Let's say that we'll cut it in half first, and then we can have another one here. So cutting that those. So the relationship you'll have, as you can see, that you will have, let's cut it again here. As you can see, this will be the first, okay, parabola, and then you'll have another parabola here. Okay. Or for you to understand it more, let's say that this is the first this is the first parabola, right? This is a parabola, but only it's half, and then the second parabola is this one. If the relationship of that is, you can use the square property of parabola. Square property of parabola, so x1 squared all over y1 is equal to x2 squared y all over y. So x will be the width, okay? X will be the width, and then y will be the height of the parabolas. And we also have the parabolic segment. So the area of a parabolic segment, let's say that this is a parabola, is just equal to 2/3 p each. That's it. And then if we want to find the centroid of the parabola, that is 2/3 away from its base. Okay? If it's from the base or from the vertex, sorry, so that is 1/3 from the vertex, okay, and then 2/3 from the base, considering that this is the base of the parabola. Okay? So that's 2/3 times the height from the base, and then 1/3 from the vertex. Okay, I think that's it for the principle. Let's move on to the answering the problems. Okay, so let's answer number 1. So for number 1, given the parabola, we have a parabola x squared minus 4x minus 4y, yeah, equal to 0. We are asked to find location of its vertex. Okay. So first one is location of its vertex. So we will now try to reduce this given parabola into its standard form. So first thing you do is transpose negative 4y to the other side. So that will become x squared minus 4x equal to 4y. And then apply CTS, or the completing the square. All you have to do for the completing of the square is divide whatever it is with the x, or the coefficient of x, to 2, and then squared. So that will become 4 divided by 2, that is 2, and then squared, that is 4. And then what will happen is just copy that, and then plus 4 here, okay, plus 4 on the left side, and then plus 4 on the right side. Okay, and then factor this. The factor of that is x minus 2 squared, right? X minus 2 squared, and then equal to factor out 4, so this will become y plus 1. Okay, so from that, going back to the original, so as you can see, this one here, so that's vertex at hk. So by comparison, x minus h squared equal to plus or minus 4a y minus k. If it's positive, the opening is upward. Okay. So as you can see, this is positive, right? But we don't put the positive anymore. So the opening of this one is upward. And then, by comparison, you have to change the signs of the h and k. Okay? Therefore, the vertex is 2, and that's plus 1, so it should be negative 1. Okay? So this is the vertex. What else What else is the question? So the location of its focus. So let's try to graph this one. Let's graph. So that's 2, 1. So let's say this is 2 and negative 1. So this, let's say that this is negative. This is negative 1. So this will be the vertex. So this is V. And opening upward. So it should look like something like this. So something like this. So this is the parabola. We got another. So let's say that that is the parabola. Okay? And then we are asked to find, the first one is the location of its vertex. So that is done. So letter B. Letter B is location of its focus. So to find the location of focus, this 4 is your 4A, right? Therefore, your 4A is equal to 4, 2A is equal to 2, and then A is equal to 1. So to find the location of focus, so just move the distance from the vertex to focus is 1. Okay? So therefore, if this is your vertex, move up 1, this is your focus. Okay? Therefore, your focus is at, what's that coordinate? The coordinate of that is, the x is, no, the y is 0, right? And the x is at 2. So 2, 0. Okay, so that's 2, 0, and this will be your focus. And what's the letter C is the length of its latus rectum. Length of latus rectum. So we are asked to find the distance between the two latus rectum. Okay, so that is 4a. So that is this one. Therefore, for letter C, um, LR is equal to 4a equal to 4. And then the answer is 4. Letter D, equation of its directrix. Okay, so if the directrix, you have to measure the distance of the vertex to the directrix is a, right? But a is equal to 1. Therefore, all I have to do is just go down here, and this will be your directrix. Okay? You have to go down by 1. Okay? So let's try to put a line here. Let's say that this is the directrix. So this is negative 1, right? Therefore, this is negative 2. So that is at y. Therefore, y is equal to negative 2. So this is the equation of the directrix. Okay? Y is equal to negative 2. So y equal to negative 2, or y plus 2 equal to 0. So that's the equation of the directrix. And then I think that is the last one, right? Oh, no, it's not yet. The area bounded by the parabola and its latus rectum. So the latus rectum will be here and here. So this will be 2a and this is 2a, right? Therefore, what you will have here is the height, or the area, is equal to parabolic, where is that? Parabolic segment, okay? That's 2/3 BH. That's 2/3 BH. So 2/3 BH. So the base is from the latus rectum. Latus rectum to another latus rectum. So that is 4a, right? So the base will be 4a, which is equal to 4. And the height will be the distance of vertex to the focus, which is a. Okay? So h will be equal to a equal to 1. Therefore, your a will be 2/3 and b is 4, while h is equal to 1. So this is equal to 8/3 square units. Okay, so that's it for number 1. Let's move on to the next number. Okay, so we have the second problem for the parabola, which is a parabolic arc is 4 meters wide at the base and 5 meters high. So we have 4 and 5, 4 wide, 5 high. Find its width at the point 3 meters above its base. Okay? So we have 4 wide. So let's say I already drew the parabola. So for number 2, we have here 4 meters. Okay? So this is 4 meters. And then we have a the height of the parabola is 5 meters, and we are asked to find 3 meters from the base. So if this is the base, this is the 3 meters. So in short, we are asked to find this one. This, so the length, or the width, okay, how wide is that? Okay? So if this is 3, therefore this is 2, right? So what we will be using here, this is the square property of the parabola. So take note that we will not be using the 3, because what we need to use is the height of the two parabolas. So as you can see, the first parabola is the whole parabola, which has a height of 5 meters, and the second parabola will be this one. Okay? This one. So the height is 2 and the base is x. So using the square property of parabola, so let's just go back to the formula, that is x1 squared equal to x1 squared all over y1 equal to the x2 squared all over y2. So the squared is the width or the base. That's it. So squaring the bases, you'll have here the first base of the big parabola is 4, right? So square that, 4 squared all over the height of the big parabola, which is 5, and then equal to the um, base of the small parabola, which is x squared, equal to the height of that, which is 2. Okay, so this is finding the value for that, that is x squared equal to 2 times 4 squared. Okay, so just 16 over 5. So x is equal to this one, it's 2.53. That's 2.53 meters. Yeah, so that will be the answer. So let's move on to number 3. So we have the next topic, which is the circle. So model equation for a circle is x squared plus y squared. That's, we still have a plus here. So that's plus ax plus by plus c. So it is possible that x squared and y squared will have a coefficient, but they must be equal always. Okay? Otherwise, it is not a circle. Okay. So for the standard form, you'll have your c or the center at hk. So as you can see now, x and y will be squared at the same time. So we have x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equal to r squared, where r will be your radius. So if the center is at 0, 0, the equation is really simple. That's x squared plus y squared equal to the 2, 0. So we have some properties here. Properties is the eccentricity of a circle is equal to 0. Diameter, of course, is equal to 2r, or 2 times of the radius. Area is pi r squared, or pi over 4d squared. And then the circumference is 2 pi r, or pi d. And if you're asked to find the tangent distance from a point to the circle, so let's say that the given point is xo and yo, all you have to do is just replace all x and y's by xo and yo and get the square root respectively. So that will become xoy squared, yo squared, axo plus byo plus c. That's it. So nearest distance from a point, that is um, distance from the center to the given point minus the radius. And then equation of radical axis, equation C1, equation of the first circle, okay, minus the equation of the second circle, and then equal it to 0. And we have also a note here that a circle can be determined if there are given 3 points. If there are given 3 points, you can already determine the circle or draw the circle. Okay, so let's answer this one. So for number 1, we have the given circle x squared, okay, plus y squared minus 4x plus 6y minus 12 equal to 0. Find its area. Okay. So to find its area, you have to find the radius first. So to find the radius, you have to reduce this into a standard form. Okay, so rewriting this, you'll have here x squared, right, plus no, that's plus, that's minus 4x, so minus 4x, and then plus y squared. I'm just rearranging the terms, and then plus 6y minus 12. So this is still the same equation. I didn't do anything, just rearrange the terms. And then we will now apply completing the square again. So x squared minus 4x, apply the completing the square, that's negative 4, divide 2, that's 2, and then squared, that is plus 4, plus y squared plus 6y, the same thing. So 6 divided by 2, that's 3. And then square of 3 is equal to 9. And then 12, you have to transpose 12 on the other side. So 12, and then add here the ones that you added on the left side. So we added plus 4 and plus 9. So this is plus 4 plus 9. Okay, and then now we can factor this out. Factor x squared minus 4x plus 4, that will become x minus 2 squared, right? Plus, this is y plus 3 squared. And this will become 12 plus 4, that's 16 plus 9, that is 25. Okay. And then rewriting that, you'll have x minus 2 squared plus y plus 3 squared equal to the 25. You can also rewrite this as 5 squared. Okay. Therefore, from this equation, we can now say that the center by comparison, okay, will be 2 and negative 3. So that will be the center, and the radius will be 5, right? Because this part is r squared. Okay? Therefore, r is equal to 5. We are asked to find the area. So the area is very simple. Okay? Area is equal to pi r squared. Okay? Pi r squared. Therefore, this is just equal to 25 pi. That's it. And then we are asked to find the circumference. The circumference is equal to 2 pi r. So this is equal to 10 pi. So this is the circumference. Next, we are asked to find tangent distance, okay, from the point 86. So for letter C, all you have to do is we have a equation like this, right? And then to get D, just get the square root of that, and then substitute the value 86, replacing x and y. So you'll have here 8 squared plus 6 squared, and then minus 4 times 8 plus 6 times y is 6 also, minus 4. If you will get the answer for this one, let me see if I already have the answer. That's 9.5917. So this will be your answer. So we are done with the circle. Very simple one. If we are asked to find the center, we also have the center, which is 2 and negative 3. Let's move on to the next topic.